Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kobe and this is SkyTech Digital. In this video, we're going to customize our Astra theme header and footer. Okay, so this is the header and footer that we have over here. So as you can see, this is just a simple header over here that we have, and then this is also our footer section or our footer that we have over here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to change this header and footer to this particular footer as you see over here, and this header that you see over here. So this is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to change this one. Okay, we're going to change this particular header to this header over here, and change this footer also to this particular footer that you see over here. Now we're going to make sure that it looks exactly similar to this particular one over here. So that is exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to have a transparent header that you see over here. So this one is going to be a transparent header with the logo over here, and then also the contact us also over here, and then some social icons also over here, and then we have our menus or our navigation over here, and then we will also have a button also over here. So this is exactly what we're going to do. Okay, so let's get into it and start designing our header and footer. So after watching this video, you should be able to design any Astra header and footer that you find yourself. Okay, so you can be able to change so many things from it. Now before we make this particular header transparent, now what we are going to do is we're going to go to customize over here. So just click on this customize button over here, or you can go ahead over this particular place, your dashboard, and then under appearance over here, click on this customize icon over here. Okay, so when you click it, it's going to bring you to this place as you see over here. This is exactly what you're gonna get. Okay, so you get exactly this, then with the menus over here, and then your content also over here. Now one thing about Astra is that it have something we call the header builder, okay, and the footer builder, meaning that it gives you the opportunity to be able to build the footer and header the way you want it. Okay, so that's exactly what we're going to do. So as you see, if you click on header builder over here, now the types of header that we have is just transparent header over here. So if this is transparent, then how come we are not getting the transparent header over here? Meaning that something, we need to do something about it. Okay, and as you can see, if you look down below over here, at the moment we click on the header builder, this one shows up. Okay, it shows up over here. So this is the header builder. This is where we're going to build all our the header that we really want. Okay, so this is the, if you click on it, this is, if you hover on it, you're going to see the name over here. So this is what the above header, this is the primary header, and this is the below header. Okay, and that is it. And these icons you see over here are the settings for the header. Okay, so if you want to go to the settings for the above header, you're going to see this particular one over here. If you want to go to the primary header, you have to, the settings for the primary header, you have to click on this one over here, this range icon over here, and then if you want to go to below header, the settings of the below header, you have to click on this icon over here. So as you see, at the moment I clicked over here, it gives me the opportunity to change the height of the below header, and I can also design the below header with different colors the way I want it. Okay, but that's not what we want. What we want is to make sure that this particular header is transparent. Now since we cannot do anything over here, so if you go over here, we click over here, it says that enable on complete size. We are not enabling it on complete size, but if you check on this one, it is enabled on desktop and mobile. Okay, so since it is enabled on desktop and mobile, then why is it that we cannot see it over here? Meaning that there is something wrong somewhere. So first of all, what we have to do is we have to go back to our dashboard over here, and then go into pages. Okay, so we're going to go to all pages over here. All right, so we are dealing with the home page, so let's click on the edit side of the home page. So below the home page, we're going to see edit over there. We're going to click on edit, and then let's see if we can edit you can check out the settings of the Astra theme on each of the pages that we see over there. All right, so this is the home page. The home page was designed using Elementor. For those of you who don't know what Elementor is, it's what a drag and drop website builder. You can use it to build any website. I've done a lot of videos on Elementor. You can check it in the channel. Okay, so as you can see over here, now we have the page settings over here. Okay, and then also each blog with their own settings over here. But if you look on top over here, we have this thing which is showing the Astra logo over here. Now if I hover on it, it says what Astra settings. Okay, so I'm going to go over there, and then as you can see, I could be able to change even the container layout. Okay, the container layout. This one is what customizer settings. This one is the normal, this one is narrow, and this one is full width. Okay, so our page is using the full width what settings over here. Now if you come over here, we have the sidebar also settings over here. Okay, so this one is the default one, which is using the customizer settings. Now for those of you who don't know what customizer is, this is the customizer. Okay, if you're over here, it means that you're working in the customizer. Okay, or the how to customize your website. So any settings that you do over here, it is this one that is what is picking. Okay, now if you scroll down, we have something we call disabled element. Okay, so if you go over here, you can disable your header, disable your footer, disable any banner area that you have. Okay, and then there is advanced settings over here. Now if I click on this one, it's going to pop up this particular one over here. Now as you can see, it says what header rows. So we can disable primary header, we can disable mobile also header, and then if you look over here, it says transparent header. Okay, now we have the inherit, we have the enabled, and then we have what disabled. Now since our customizer settings says that we are using transparent header, then let's use the inherit so that it's going to inherit those settings from our customizer. So we're going to click over here. Okay, click over here, make sure that this one changes to blue, and then that is it. You can close it, and then make sure that you update it. Okay, so update it over here, and you are good to go. All right, so since it is updated, now let's come over here and refresh our website and see how it looks like. Okay, so nothing has changed. Okay, so we still have the same thing over here. Okay, so even though it has been updated, nothing has really changed. Now I'm going to go over there and see it over here. So instead of inherit, let me change it to enabled also and see how it also looks like. So I'm going to go to enabled and go to update to update what the you know the changes that I've made on this particular one. And let me go over here and refresh it and see what comes out of it. Sorry. Okay, so guys, as you can see, at the moment we use the enabled instead of the inherit, this is what happened. Okay, this is what happened. Now we had the header changes to what, to the transparent, and all of a sudden we can't even see our website header anymore, even though it is over here. Okay, I can clearly see that it is what over here, but because our header is now transparent and the color of this website name is equal to the background overlay over here, that is why we are not seeing the header or the website name over here. Okay, so now we have our header changes to what, transparent. Now we can go ahead and then start editing our website and make it the way we want it this way. So now we have our header which has changed to transparent. Now let's go ahead and then customize it the way we want it. So what we're going to do is first of all, we're going to get a site logo. Okay, so we're going to get a site logo. Now as you can see over here, where is our site logo? Our site logo is on top of the header or the main header. Okay, so that's exactly what we're going to go and then change. So we go over here and then click over here, and then we don't see any site logo over here, basically because our site logo is over here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to delete this particular site logo over here and come over here, and then as you can see, we see a site logo over here. So we're going to use this one as a site logo. Okay, let me publish it and then refresh this one so that the changes that we do also takes place. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to refresh this one so that this one also changes to our transparent header for us. All right, guys, so this is how it looks like. Okay, you can see it over here. Now our header site logo is no more over here, but it is what it is over here. Okay, so let's click on the header builder, and then we see our site logo over here. Now to be able to change the site logo, we can click on this site logo, and as you can see over here, now we have what inline logo and site. Okay, over here. Now we want to change. We don't have any logo over here. Okay, it is using the company the site title, which is the construction company over here. So now we want to use our logo, so we're going to click over here to bring our logo in, okay, or to insert our logo or select our logo. So that is exactly what we are looking for. So I'm going to look for the logo. I'm going to look for this white logo over here, and I'm going to select it. I'm going to skip cropping. Okay, so now we have our logo set. Okay, so as you can see, you see that the logo is what is over here. Now we can do some few settings over here. So we can decide to also use a different logo for retina devices. If that is exactly what we want, we can also decide to do it. So if you want to change this one, you can just click on this one and then just select the same logo for it. I'm going to select the same logo for that one also. I'm going to choose this one and then choose that one also. So now let me see what really is happening over here. All right, so site title visibility. Okay, so as you can see, it is showing that even though we set our site logo over here, our site title is still what enabled over here. So if you look at this icons over here and look at this icon, you see that this one is blue and this one is what the gray or something like that. So we want to what just disable this ones. Okay, so at the moment we disable it, as you can see, there is nothing over here, so you cannot see any site title over here. So it means that we are not using any site title. Okay, now why is our logo all of a sudden black or dark? Okay, so that is exactly what we're going to change. So we're going to go to design over here, and then as you can see, the logo color is black over here. So what we can do is we can either just remove this one over here, or go over here, and then instead of the color, we can give it what just remove the color from it, so that there will be no color over there. Okay, so it doesn't have any color, meaning that it's kind of like a transparent thing. Okay, but then it's supposed to pick our color, okay, our logo color. So let's see what comes out of it. Now let me just publish it over here and go to the front end and view it, and then you see what comes out of it. All right, so this is our front end, and as you can see, we don't have anything over here, but let's refresh it and see what all the changes that we've done. Let's see how it is looking. All right, guys, so basically everything is looking fine, but we still cannot see our logo over here. Okay, we still can't see our logo over here, meaning that something is wrong somewhere. So let's try and fix it. All right, so guys, make sure that you are dealing with the site logo over here. So if you click on this one, you see that this is the site logo. Okay, the settings of the site logo. Now when you go to design over here, okay, you realize that the site logo has a color. Okay, it's having a color. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click on the color over here, and then we'll scroll down over here. Now you see that it is what there is a button over which says clear. Okay, so I'm going to just click on the clear over here to clear the color that the site logo is having. Okay, and then I'm sure we're going to see our logo over here with bright colors in it. So let's wait and see the changes that brings out. All right, guys, so as you can see, this is our logo over here, and now everything is working perfectly well. So now we have our logo done. Our logo doesn't have any color anymore. We can go ahead and publish it, and then go to the front end to view it. All right, so I'm going to go to the front end, and I'm going to refresh it over here and then see the changes that we've done. All right, guys, so this is our logo is working perfectly well. Now let's go over here and see what we have to do again. So we also have this text icon, text over here, which says make a call. Okay, so we're gonna go back to our customizer over here, and then we are still on top, above the header. We're gonna click over here, And then what we will use is we can use what the HTML over here. So we're gonna use this HTML over here. I'm gonna just click on this HTML one, and then we're supposed to have this one over here. And as you can see, the text is already in it over here. If the text is not in it, just paste your text that you want to paste in it. Okay, and that is it. Now you can still use HTML on different places. It depends on you. Okay, so now I have my text in it already. If I want to customize it, I can go over here to design and change the text color, change everything that I want to change over here. Okay, now let me go back to the next one, which is also the social icons that we want to bring. So as you can see over here, this is what social icons. So let's go over here. Now we have two. If I hover over here, I can be able to see two things. Okay, one over here and then one over here, the plus. I'm going to use this one, and then I'm going to use the social icons also over here. So yeah, so as you can see, I have my social icons also over here. I can click on it to check its settings. Okay, when I click on it, this is how it looks like. I can decide to add extra icons on it. So I'm going to add YouTube to it. I'm going to go over here and add YouTube over here and click on add social icon. So if I click over here, I can be able to add my YouTube links over here. Okay, so I can be able to add my YouTube. Okay, I can be able to add this particular one over here. So I'm going to put slash over here. I'll be able to have this one over here. Now if I go to design, also I can be able to change the design colors and everything that I want. Okay, and that is what basically it. Now let me just publish it. So now we are done with the top one. We are done with the top one. Now I left with the bottom one that we are supposed to do. Okay, that is the main header. Okay, the main header that contains our navigation menus, and then also which one is there, the button, get a code button over here. So that is exactly what we're going to do. So what we're going to do next is to add navigation. So since we have the navigation over here, we can move this navigation to this place. Okay, so that the navigation will be under the logo over here. All right guys, as you can see, this is how it looks like. I think it's okay for me. Now of course, if you want to change any settings of the navigation, just click on it over here. When you click on it, you can go over here and then configure the menu and everything that you want to. So if you want to configure the menu, you can click over here. If you go over here to design, you can be able to also change the designs and other stuff also over here. So the link color and all those kind of stuff, you can change the font, menu font and other stuff. You can also change it over here. Okay, so that is what exactly it. So I'm going to just publish it, and I'm going to go to the front end to view how it looks like. All right guys, so as you can see, we are on course. Okay, so let me just go over here and see. Okay, so we are really on course. Okay, so everything is working perfectly fine. If you look at this one also, it's also working perfectly fine. Okay, so basically we are on course. The only thing left is for us to add our button over here. So that is the only thing left for us to add our button over here. Okay, so we're going to go to customize over here, and then we're going to add our button also over here. So I'm going to go over here, and then you see button over here. I'll click over here and add my button. So this is the button. I'm going to go to it. I can click on it, and then you can change it to any text that you want. You can set the link for it, and then if you wanted to open in a new tab, you can also decide to do that. And if you go to design over here, you can be able to change the text color, the background color, the border color, the font, everything that you want. You can be able to do that. If you are done with it, just click on publish, and then you are okay, you are good to go. So our header is done. Our header is done. We don't have any problem with the header. Now what we have to deal with is our footer over here. Okay, so we have to deal with this footer. Now if you go over here, we're gonna have what if you go down over here, this is how the footer looks like, and this is how we want it to also look like. Okay, so that is exactly what we're going to do. So if you look at the footer, it's divided into 4. So the first side, or the first widget over here, deals with our our company. Okay, so that is what Urban Nest company. The second one deals with the services that Urban Nest offers. The third one deals with office in Canada, and then our location, so other locations that we have. And then we also have what the bottom footer over here, which also have the copyright notice and then some social icons over here. And that is exactly what we're going to focus on. So make sure that you have this navigation setup. Okay, so if you want to set up a navigation or menu, go to appearance over here and then click on menus, and then arrange your menus or any menu that you want it to appear in the footer, or any menu that you want it to appear on the header. You make sure that you add those menu items, or you add those menus over here. So as you can see, I have two menus. One is for the primary header, and then the other one is what services, which is not set to any location. Okay, and that is what this menu over here. So add your menus and you are good to go. So we're gonna go over here, and then the first thing that we're gonna do is to change the background. Okay, so the background over here, if you look at the background, it looks like the one which is running through all the websites. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. So to change the background, now we're gonna go back. Okay, now there is also a footer menu for us to use, the footer builder for us to use to build our footer. So this is header builder, and if you go down, we're gonna go to what footer builder. So click over here, and now we are in the footer builder settings. So now if you go to design over here, you see that the color over here is what is black. Let's go over here, and then we're gonna pick our color 3 over here. Now of course, set your color the way you want it. Okay, I just have some colors in the color palette over here, so you can also do same for yourself. Now if you're able to design using design or customize your footer and header using Astra, then other how do you call it, themes will be very easy for you to do. So the Cadence theme also have the same principle, header builder, footer builder. You can be able to use it to do anything. Now remember that I have done videos about how to customize the Cadence theme, how to customize the Astra theme, Ocean WP theme, and all those things. You can check those out. I went in and then did an intensive review of those themes, and then how you can be able to customize them. Okay, so guys, now that we have this one, now first of all, what I'm going to do first is to set up the this particular how do you call it, below footer. Okay, now I'm not going to deal with above footer, I'm just going to deal with the footer and then below footer. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to bring a widget over here, and then also another widget over here, and then this is divided into what, 4. Okay, so if you go to the element over here, you can be able to, if you want to see how it is divided, you can click on this settings icon over here, and as you can see, it is what divided into 4 columns over here. So 4 columns, you can change it to 5, you can change it to 6, depending on how you want your footer to be like. Okay, and this is how the layout is. Okay, this is how the layout is. Everyone is equal. Okay, you can also decide to change it to the first one being bigger and the other ones the same. You can also decide to change it to this one, first 3 the same, and the other one is bigger than all of them. And then how you want the inner element to be, you can make it stack or inline, and then the width, make it full width or content width, and then also the vertical alignment, you can also make it top, middle, or bottom, depending on how you want it. And then the visibility, where you want it to be visible. So this one is visible in all screen sizes. Okay, so you can see this is desktop, this is tablet, and this is mobile. Okay, so that is it. So I'm going to leave it in 4 over here, and then what I'll do is I'll come over here also. So the same thing applies to this one. You can also change the column. Okay, the below footer, you can also change the column and how you want it. Now I want it to be just like this, and over here, what is there? I want to see what is there. The below footer over here. So we have this copyright notice over here, so I'm just going to copy it and come over here, click on this one, and you see we have HTML1, HTML2. We can use HTML one over here, or we can use the copyright. Okay, so let's use the copyright since it is a copyright notice. Okay, so we're gonna use the copyright. All right, so this is how it looks like. Okay, this is how it looks like, and let's see how it looks like also over here. So similar to this one. Okay, so if you want to change the copyright notice, you can go ahead and change it. You click inside it and then it will bring you to this place. Now of course I will just bring a sign over here and then say powered by Kitech Digital. All right, so you can also bring the site title also over here before you bring the powered by. Okay, so it depends on you. So you can bring the the site title over here. So let me just undo this one, so as you can see, and then later on you can bring your what powered by. Okay, now you can give it a link. Okay, you can give it a link, so I can decide to go ahead and then just type in my website name over here. Okay, and then I'll just enter it, and then everything is good to go. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. Now if I want to go to the design also, I can go ahead, go to it design, change the text color, change everything that I want, the size, the font, everything that I want it to be. I can decide to change it. Okay, and if I'm okay with it, I can just click on publish over here, and that is it. So if you're okay with it, you just click on publish. So as you can see, this is a link over here. Okay, and that is it. So now I have the copyright set up. Now the next one too that I want to do is to have my social links also over there. So I'm going to click on this side also and then look for social. So as you can see, I have social over here. When I click over here, I can be able to edit my social. So I'm going to add YouTube to it. Okay, I'm going to add YouTube to it, and then go over here and then add my YouTube link also to it. All right, so this is how it's going to look like. Okay, so basically that is it. So let me just publish it. All right guys, so now we are done with our below footer. Okay, so the below footer, we are done with it. Now I left with this particular one over here. So what we are going to do is I'm going to add one widget over here. Okay, so let me just add the widget 2 over here. So this is another widget that we're going to have. So we have 1 2 3 4 widgets. Okay, now to check the settings of the 4 widgets, so as you can see, at the moment I added the widget. Now this is because if I click on the general settings over here, okay, you realize that this widget have a navigation over here. Okay, so I can change the menu that I want. So as you can see, we have 2 menus on the website. One is our primary menu, one is our our services. Okay, that is it. If you go over here, you see it, this is our services, and then we have our menu, primary menu over here, and that is exactly what we want. So we have our services selected over here. Now of course you can add another widget to the same area over here. So we can decide to go ahead and add another widget. So as you can see, you can select from different widgets over here. Now if yours doesn't look like mine, do not worry, because I am using how do you call it, I'm using the classic widget. Okay, so if you go to the back end over here and under appearance, you go to widget, you're gonna see that my widget is different from the normal Gutenberg blog widget that you have. Okay, so if you look at it over here, I installed the classic widget because I want to use the classic widget. Now if you want to use this classic widget, that is the old time widget, you can go ahead and then use that same widget. So you can go to plugins over here and then go to add new plugin, and then you can be able to install the classic widget. Now I want to show you the widget that I installed so that you also try to install it. So I have installed a classic widget. You can also go ahead and install the classic widget for it. But of course, if you know how to use the Gutenberg block, so this is the classic widget that I'm talking about, this particular one. Okay, so it enables the classic widget settings screens in appearance, widgets, and the customizer. Disable the blog editor from managing widgets. So it disable the blog editor from managing all widgets. Okay, so you can go ahead and install this widget from your plugins. It is free to install. There's nothing that you have to worry about. Okay, so that is it. So I'm using the classic widget. You can also use that same widget. So now I have this one done. Now let me go to widget 1 over here. Now let me click on the general over here. Now as you can see, this is what a blog. The blog is responsible for the header over here. Now because I changed the classic widget to, I changed the blog editor widget to the classic widget. These are blocks which were, you know, being handling the header. Okay, so if you look at it over here, this is how the code look like. Okay, so this is just, you know, a heading widget. Okay, so the heading widget level is 5. The style, you know, the color is this particular color. This is the text color over here. Okay, and then it is h5. Okay, so that is why it is level 5. You have the class hex text color over here, and then the style, which is the same color over here, and then you place your heading over here. Okay, so you can place your heading over here. It is not really big deal. So you can just click on add and then look for blog. Okay, you can look for you know, blog over here, and then you can add the code that you want to add to it. Okay, basically that is how it looks like. So what we can do is, if you look at this particular one, it says what, build with urban nest. So that is exactly what we're going to use over here. So I'm going to just go ahead and then remove the urban nest from the h5 tag. Okay, and then put build with urban nest over here, and then I'm going to say done. So it will definitely, you know, it's still running over here, meaning that it is trying to save. Okay, when it's saved, it will go away. So now it is done. So that is it. Now if you look over here, we also have test. Okay, so the test contains this test that you see over here. Okay, this particular test. So I'm going to copy this one, come over here, and then change this one, okay, to this test. So I'm just going to paste it over here. So as you can see, this is the test that we are using. Now if you come over here also, this is also another test. Okay, so I can copy it, come over here, and then also, you know, just add another widget and then name it or search for test. Okay, so as you can see, this is the test widget over here. So now I can just put sorry, I'm not supposed to, I wasn't supposed to click on that. This is add media if I want to add any images or audio to it. So now I can put this one over here. Okay, so this is exactly what I'm looking for. Now I can go ahead and then style the you know, the widget over here. Now if you look at this, you see we have this is settings, we have this is design. Okay, so this is what you use to style your widget. So I'm going to just click over here, and then as you can see, I can see my heading, my content color, the link color, everything. You're going to see it over here. Okay, so now I want to change this one to white. Okay, and as you can see, we have white over here. So this is how it looks like. If you want to change even the heading, if you want to change the link color, you can do so. Okay, so this is still processing. That is why it's still grayish over here. But I'm going to publish it and then go to the front end and then refresh it for you to see how it looks like. All right, guys. So after I refresh, after it's finished loading, this is how it looks like over here. Okay, so it looks similar to this one that we have over here. It looks similar to this one. Now the next one for us to do is what? Office in Canada. Okay, Office in Canada. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and then widget 3. So let's click on general over here. Now you see we don't have any widget in it, so we're going to click over here and then we're going to look for blog. Okay, and then we're going to add this blog over here. Now I'm going to just use the same code that I use for all the headings over there. So I'm just going to set it over here, and then I'll come over here and then copy this heading over here and then paste it where it is written heading here. Okay, so I'm going to put it over here, Office in Canada. Now I can come over here and then, you know, just use test widgets, okay, to show this particular one. So I'm going to use 2 different text widgets. I'm going to use the first one, this one, come over here let me just add another widget also, and then search for test. I'm going to click on it, paste it over here, paste the test over here, and then hide it, come over here, search for another test, and then click on it. And then this time around, I'm going to paste the test, the phone numbers and email addresses also over here. So I'm going to just come over here, paste it over here. Okay, so I'm going to remove this one. I'm going to remove this one also. All right, so I'm going to bring it over here. Let me just bring it on top. So what I'm doing is I just want to arrange it under each other. Okay, so this is how it looks like. I'm going to publish it. So as you can see, it is what it is loading small. Okay, so it is loading small. So now it is published. Okay, so now the next thing for us to do is to design or make sure that our design matches with this one. So we're going to go to design over here. So this is general, this is design. I'm going to click on this one, and then it will open this one for me. And then the content color, I'm going to change it to white. Okay, so as you can see, it matches exactly what we want. Now our next widget is the office locations. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing also. So if we go to this place, we just want to copy this blog over here. So I'm going to copy this one, the code in the blog, and then I'll come to general over here, and then I'll add another widget over here. So I'm going to say blog. Okay, add a blog, and then inside the blog I'm going to add the HTML code over here, or the code within the the blog. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just change this one from office in Canada to our locations. So I'm going to copy this one, come over here, and then change it to our locations over here. Now it is good to go. So I'll say done. It will load itself, so I don't have any problem. Then the next one is what I'm going to add this test also to it. So I'll copy it, come over here, add widget, and then click on a search for a test widget. So I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to paste this inside it. So I'm going to publish it. Okay, I'm going to publish it, and then what I'm going to do is I'll hide this one, and then I'll come to design. Okay, so I'm going to go to design over here and then change the color to white. Okay, so it is still loading. It will load. And when it is done, I'll still publish it again because I've done another change over here, so that all the changes that I did will reflect over there. So let's hold on for it to load, and then we will be good to go. All right, so the publish took place whilst this one was running, so everything is now working perfectly well. So let's go to the front end over here and then refresh our website to see how our footer looks like. All right, so this is our header. It looks pretty good. Let's scroll down and see our footer also. This is also our footer. It looks pretty awesome. Okay, so everything is pretty okay. So everything is perfectly well, and I think we are okay. We are good to go. Okay, so now guys, this is how you can be able to design your footer and your header the way you want it. Okay, so it depends on how you want it. It depends on how you want it to be like. If you are designing it, make sure that you design it to suit your brand. Okay, don't just copy anything whilst designing. Copy the good things out of it, and then copy and make sure that you incorporate it with your brand, and then make sure that it become nicer than what I did over here. Okay, so of course, if you feel like you want to go ahead and then copy the same thing, fine, why not? If your brand colors are the same, you can still do same over here. Okay, so that is it. That is how you can be able to design Astra header and footer, customize it to make it your own. Okay, so that is basically it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.